Episode 47 of Bryer's Bits, presented to you by Bryer.io. Two stories here to cover, and the market, and included with two projects that I'm actively looking at trading, and the diagnosis, or what's going on with Bitcoin, what we're looking at here in the immediate future. So let's get into it. Bitcoin back over 10.7K. Wondering what everyone out there is thinking. I was sort of expecting this impulse up here in the next few days, but we're getting it now. So is this a reversal? Are we going back above 11 or what? I sort of think that daily close above 10.8 would be pretty solid, but this rally back up 50% retrace from the high is kind of back over 12,000 would be sort of anticipated that we would see the move up. But now are we going to see a bigger dump back down, or is the climb back on back to 12,000? Start climbing new highs for the year. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on here, but checking in with everybody, see how your weekend was. Two coins I'm keeping a close eye on them right now is YFFI still. It's Trader's Paradise, and YFFC, which just launched maybe a week ago. I'm outside, obviously, so. But yeah, all-time high for YFFC was like $52, and it's up quite a bit today now. So might take out that all-time high that it made, I think, 2 days ago. Saturday. Today's Monday. So yeah, I think it might be a good one to look at. Volatility, low supply. And then YFFI, my go-to over the last few weeks, maybe almost a month now. It's been, the volatility's there. It's actually quieted down the last 24 hours, but I'm still buying the dips and selling the rips on that. So we'll see what happens. First story is MicroStrategy board makes Bitcoin its primary reserve currency, may increase its holdings beyond 250 million. MicroStrategy has outperformed the NASDAQ since buying Bitcoin. Now it's doubling down. MicroStrategy's board of directors elected to make Bitcoin the company's primary reserve asset. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission disclosure stated that this may lead to the future expansion of the company's cryptocurrency holdings beyond the original purchase of 21,454 Bitcoin, equivalent to 250 million. Bitcoin is serving as the primary treasury reserve asset on an ongoing basis, subject to market conditions and anticipated needs of the business for cash assets, including future potential share repurchase activity. As a result of this new policy, the company's holdings of Bitcoin may increase beyond the 250 million investment that the company disclosed on August 11th, 2020. So there you can see it in contrast to the NASDAQ, outperforming it quite a bit. And there's more on this story over at Cointelegraph. You can check out the whole thing from Michael Kapelkov. This was put out 3 hours ago. Second story. Another Bitcoin-related second story here. Kind of a Bitcoin-centric day. First mover as central banks print 1.4 billion an hour. Bitcoiners bet on Federal Reserve capture from CoinDesk. Three different people, looks like, contributed to this article. You can see them right there. 1.4 billion every hour. According to the Bank of America, that's the pace at which central banks around the world have been buying assets since the coronavirus-related lockdown started in March. Coincidentally or not, the market value of the NASDAQ 100 gauge of tech stocks has climbed at roughly the same pace since then. It's the kind of comparison one might expect from a Bitcoin true believer steeped in the view that central bank money printing is debasing the US dollar, which obviously it is. Sure to bring, that's me including that, sure to bring rampant inflation, but it's almost jarring when the observations instead come from researchers at a Wall Street bank at the center of the traditional financial system and dollar-based economy. For much of the last 10 years, Wall Streeters proved to be too big to fail, and the monetary policy markets have implicitly supported assets asset prices to boost economic growth. Bank of America chief investment strategist Michael Harnett wrote earlier this month in a report. In 2020, the policy is more explicitly engineered and overshoot in asset prices. So as more people finally realize the con that is central banking and central banked currencies and monetary manipulation through inflation and debasement of our purchasing power through the printing press all over the world. And, in the United States, we get a front row seat to this sham, scam, and debauchery. More and more people are finally catching on to Bitcoin, and just at the right time, as we're about a little bit past or right on halfway through this bull market, if I had to guess. Obviously, there's no way to determine in the middle of a bull market or in a bull market where you are exactly until you have some sort of indication that it's come to a close. But in relation to the other bull markets, that's probably where I think we are. Nonetheless, great news for Bitcoin as the price is back over 10.7K and steadily climbing again. So we'll see if this proves to be a new all-time high later this year, early next year, or sometime next year. But I'll close this episode with a tweet I put out a little bit ago that Bitcoin hasn't dropped below 9,900 in the last 30 days, and it hasn't dropped below 9,000 in the last 90 days, I believe now. So Bitcoin's showing a lot of strength, and I mean, as volatile as its past has been, it is in this $9,900 to $12,000 window, which is still 2K, but in the last, 17% of volatility in the last 30 days or whatever. So, but yeah, as more and more people get into crypto and this market cap grows, that volatility will wane. But positive days ahead for Bitcoin. Everyone have a good Monday night.